Today, the Ravens held their annual pre-draft press conference with Eric DeCosta, John Harbaugh, and Joe Ortiz. They took questions from the media for about 45 minutes today, and they covered a lot of ground, diving into the draft conversations and also some of the lingering questions out there in terms of free agency. Now everyone's trying to read the tea leaves and what they had to say, and here were some of my biggest takeaways after listening to them. First of all, let's start with wide receiver because, as you'd expect, there was a good amount of wide receiver conversation during this presser. If you look at the mock drafts, receivers probably the most popular prediction for the Ravens at pick number 27. But after hearing from DeCosta today, I'm not so sure the Ravens are going to take a first-round wide receiver. He talked about how the Ravens like the young receivers they have on this team. Harbaugh and Ortiz said the same thing, and he pushed back on the notion that the Ravens don't have quality wideouts on this team. With Hollywood Brown, Sammy Watkins, Miles Boykin, Devin Duvernay, James Prochet, the Ravens like this group, and here's a snippet of what DeCosta had to say.
We've got some really good young receivers. It's insulting to these guys when they hear that we don't have any receivers. It's quite insulting. I'm insulted by it too, to be honest. So I think we've got some guys that want to show everybody what they can do.
So it's clear how DeCosta feels about this position. And the last point I want to make on wide receiver is that the Ravens talked about how this is a deep, deep draft at that position. So they could get quality wideouts, not just in the first round, but throughout the first few rounds of this draft. Now, a few other takeaways. Let's talk about the offensive line, specifically the potential of trading Orlando Brown Jr., which is something that he has requested. Now, DeCosta did not get into any specifics on that, which is not really a surprise. That's standard procedure. These deals are not negotiated in the media. But something he did say that I thought was interesting is that the uncertainty around that situation is not going to affect how the Ravens assess their needs. If they want to take an offensive lineman, potentially even in the first round, an offensive tackle, then they're going to do that. They want to build a great offensive line. So whether Orlando's on the team this year or not, I think the Ravens could still be in the market for a first-round offensive tackle. And then lastly, a big question that's still lingering out there is the potential of a long-term contract extension with quarterback Lamar Jackson. DeCosta said those conversations are ongoing. He's confident that a deal is going to get done. It's just a matter of when that happens. There's no real timeline for a deal to get done, and the Ravens aren't up against the clock or anything like that. So DeCosta expressed optimism. It's really just a matter of when, not if, that happens. So like I said, these guys talked with the media for about 45 minutes today. You can watch that full press conference on our app, our website, our CTV app, our YouTube channel, and our Facebook page. That's it for me. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.